Turn me up, YC. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, man. I don't know if I'm gonna still call this ball regardless. I actually haven't even put any episodes out. My name is Chandler Stump, and this is my best friend and my brother Tracey Jenkins.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we doing a new podcast, and we don't know exactly how this is gonna go. We really just kind of just working with it, but I don't know, man. What's been on your mind, man?
In what regard, bro? A million things. I feel like a million things been on my mind lately. Just where I'm at in life and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I guess on YouTube I did put our last conversations in on there, talking about like the tree and the root, and it's some good stuff, which we don't have to get like that heavy, but
I mean, I think that's funny though, because where we are now with like what's going on in church, like being in a different soil system.
Yeah. No, that's true, bro. That I think that's like literally, so that like lemonade series in this church that we go to, they have this.
Shout out Zeal Church.
Yeah, shout out Zeal Church. Shout out JD.
JD Oast.
Nah, bro, he's spit some magic up there. But no, man, it's like so he has this series called Like Lemonade, and it's basically like the gist of it is that you have to have lemons before you can have lemonade, and it's like your lemons make lemonade. Like nobody wants sugar water, you gotta have lemons, or it's not gonna be as good.
But nobody likes to squeeze the lemons.
Yep, nobody likes to squeeze the lemons. So I mean, it's a lot going on. Like the whole series, it's like a few services worth, but yeah, man. No, that's how I feel like my life has been, especially here recently. I just moved in here with Tracey. Like you talking about soil, bro. It's different type of soil, man. We've been getting up and working out, and I don't know, doing it all. So maybe that's what this podcast could be about, is like trying to better yourself.
Being in I feel like successful environments change depending on like where you are and like how you view success.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So yeah, being in the specific successful environment, because like again, like living at your parents' house wouldn't be a successful environment, but it's like you don't have to think about survival whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's kind of necessary. Like, you know, putting yourself in that uncomfortable situation.
Yeah,
it's like even though you are financially stable or whatever, it's like maybe you're using that time to just come up, but like, you know, I don't think you're never really gonna feel who you are or be satisfied with where you're at until you really went out on a limb yourself.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Bro, it was so funny, bro. When I was in Florida, Jacob had come to like visit his girl, and they was down there kicking it or whatever. He's like, bro, I want to see your place. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, bro, definitely come by, da da da. And like when he got there, they didn't even have anywhere to sit down. So like it was like this clean ass marble floor with a futon in one room and a bed on the floor in another room. So it was just like, but I was happy about it though, because it was like, it's mine. Like this is what I do.
Yeah.
But I do feel like everywhere I go, I've like curated a successful environment for me at the time being.
Yeah. No, you have, bro.
I mean, because, bro, if you're in a bad environment, like, how do you win? Like, you can't win because you can't get away from it. It's just like when teachers be talking about like the underprivileged kids who have to go home and like don't have food and like got to go through this. Like, how do we expect them to learn?
Yeah.
We don't, because we know their environment sucks, so we just like give them a pass. But it's just like that shit doesn't work when you're a grown man. Like, you just need to change your environment. But
yeah, and nobody's gonna tell you to do it either. Maybe your parents will, but it's like they're not gonna be there with you.
The biggest change that they want to see is you getting out of their house. Then figure it out from there.
Yeah. But it's crazy. Is it like, I feel like parents can teach you lessons of like how to navigate the world, and they can show you the way, but it's like you really don't know what a kid's gonna do until they get out there.
No, facts, bro. That response, that life response, is way different than anything else. And I feel like a lot of people nowadays, bro, they just fold because it's like, I don't feel like anything in my life could prepare me for this. Like we were talking last night, like I don't look back and be like, oh, all these achievements and successes have prepared me for this. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, maybe like I do feel like my like hustler, like go get it attitude, like when it comes like financial things, comes from like seeing my mom struggle and like just helping her out with the ability that I could at that age. And so it's more of like I see and feel her pain more than I actually feel like the consequences of not having like water and stuff in the house. You know what I mean? I'm not like, we never had that growing up, but I could tell that she was like stressed about money. So it's just like now when I go through financial things, it's just like it's just different. Like it doesn't sting as much.
Yeah, because you felt that growing up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it wasn't like a direct correlation. Like I've never gone home to my parents' house and didn't have water or didn't have electricity. Dude, I've come to my own house and didn't have electricity, water, and be like, damn, they cut this shit over real. Like,
yeah, you don't realize how hard of a hustle that is. Like, because when you're a kid, it's like, okay, well, I got everything I need.
Literally.
So they gotta be good.
You feel me? Like, you don't think about it. Like, as hard as the workout is, or however hard the test, or whatever it is you're going through at that moment, when you go home, it's like, it doesn't really matter. But when you're an adult, and then you're dealing with whatever you're dealing with, and you just forget. And even say you have, and you just forget to pay the bill. It's like you don't have that ability to forget when you're an adult, because they'll just turn it off, and then don't let them turn it off on the weekend. It's over with.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. It's like you don't really realize, especially if you're like if you live in a family living paycheck to paycheck. But I definitely did not. Like I had, like we were decent.
Mm-hmm.
We were well off, especially later in my childhood. But like, bro, living paycheck to paycheck is like, as a kid you don't realize how close you are to like literally being homeless.
Yeah.
And that's crazy that's how people live,
every day, their whole entire life, bro. And then still have to go to school, be there on time, make good grades, do the test. Like,
yeah,
it's definitely not set up. Like, especially if you don't have like JD, or you're like a church, or like some type of support system to give you a different perspective or thought process on changing the environment.
Yeah,
you'll never get out of it.
So how much do you think, which I guess this would kind of be like nature versus nurture, but like if you think about it, and like if you think about just the individual in a bad situation, it's like, or if that was you, like I know you feel like you could get out of that, like you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's more important, the individual mentality, or is it like the environment that we set them up in? Because, well, some people don't want help.
Yeah, that is true.
But the ones that do, it's like, how much can your environment really hold you back? Like if you're really trying and staying on course, I don't know. Like, not saying it's right to not that people are living that way.
Yeah,
but
I see what you're saying.
At the same time, like you should also be able to get out of it.
Okay, so I can only speak from like my experience, right? So growing up, my mom like always housed people, like always, like it was literally always somebody in our guest room, and so again, talk about a good, successful, conductive environment to like where they say they want to be going. Bro, I've seen so many of them just, as soon as they get out of my mom's house, revert right back. And it's just like, okay, so it's not all about the environment. Because if you don't have it in here, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because that's what I said in the beginning. Like, what's conducive at the time changes because you're always on something different. Like, me trying to get in a good environment when I have $20 to my name versus $100,000 to my name versus $1 million to my name is very different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be around no millionaire or someone who manages hundreds of thousands of dollars on a regular basis when I only got $20. Like, no, bro. I just need, like, I don't need to worry about where I'm laying my head and where I'm getting my next meal.
Yeah.
But if I'm making 100,000, then it's, you know, I move a little different. So it's like, I definitely think if I had to pick one side, I'm picking that it has to be in your heart. Because even if, like, you can never catch a break, you'll keep going. You know what I'm saying? You'll just be that guy who never caught a break, but he never gave up. Mm-hmm. I think that's the thing that, like, hurts the most when you give someone who says they want something and you give them everything, and then they, like, you feel me? Big P.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, I've been helping him. Like, I'm doing everything I can. Like, he just keeps pissing it away. It's like, well, come on, bro. Just, like, one more time, bro. I feel like we can, you know, really get to him.
Yeah. Big P is my cousin. He was down in his luck a little while ago. We've been trying to help him out of a bad situation.
And then, now it's switched.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but something had to, like, click in him. So something, yeah, bro. I almost want to say it's not, bro. E.T. was homeless. It's not the environment, bro. The environment exposes who you are. Just like they say with money. If you a a-hole when you don't have money, you're gonna be more of an a-hole when you got it. Like, yeah. It just kind of amplifies who you are.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. What is it that makes the click? You know, because maybe it is like, I feel like, yes, it does come down to the individual, but maybe Preston would have never, like, he wouldn't have started thinking that way if we hadn't have been like, hey, man, they're like, this is what it is. Mm-hmm. But it's also, it comes down to the soil, too, because it's like, how long can you be in soil without, like, growing fruit, you know, or good soil? Mm-hmm. Maybe I don't know what I'm trying to say, but...
well, to your first question, what makes it click, bro? I honestly believe, and it goes crazy, like, with this scenario, like, love. Like, with E.T., he was just like, nah, my mom, she was a tyrant, but she loved me. Right? And so, like, when that clicks, it's just like, I'm doing this to myself. Like, I'm being a detriment to myself. Let me stop doing that. Right? So, in this situation with your cousin, it's just like, bro, we love you, bro. Like, we actually want to see you win. Like, this is hurting me as much as it's hurting you being away from your son. So, let's get right. You see what I'm saying? So, it's just like, I think, I mean, as extreme as homelessness or just, you know what I'm saying, like, your environment's not being conducive. It's just like, why is it not being conducive? Do you feel like these people, like, you can't be vulnerable to these people? Do you feel like they don't really love you? They don't really have your best interest at heart? Like, I don't know, bro. I think that's what kind of, I feel like that might be like the little click, because it's like, once that is a solid thing, it's just like, okay, and then I can build on top of that. And then build on top of that, and then build on top of that.
Yeah, it hurts to not, like, it hurts to have someone really in your corner and really pushing you and helping you, and then you still, like,
just piss it off.
On some bullshit. Like, that's just disrespectful to that person that really loves you.
So, going back to, this is what's funny you said that, bro. Going back to the people that my mom, like, would let stay at the house, when that gets shown, and it's like, they inside know they don't really want to change, and they're like taking advantage of the resources, they'll just leave.
Who will leave? Your mom?
No, the people.
Oh, they'll
just leave, because they're like, I'm not gonna do Tina like this. Like, I love her enough and respect her enough that I'm just gonna leave. Like, if I know I'm not gonna abide by, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, and Z, the standard, I'm just gonna bounce.
To give some context, we've been talking about it a little bit, but like, Tracey grew up, and I can attest to this. Every time I go over to his house, there would be someone else like living there. They were always very kind to people that they knew, and they would basically try to help them come up out of a bad situation. But Yeah, so that happened multiple times. Like they're still in their bullshit. They would just bounce.
Peace, bro. My uncle, like DeAndre.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
he stay with you?
Yeah. Well, he stayed with my mom. Or I guess he stayed with me at Lipscomb a little bit, but like he stayed with my mom's, bro. Like he literally moved away to come live down here. So, bro, long story short, bro, he was not the brightest kid, but like a decent kid in school, great athlete. You know what I'm saying? But just didn't. Like he had that tear. Like grew up on the rich side of Baton Rouge, but all his friends hung out in the hood. Best friend ended up pointing a gun in his face. Like it just was like, it was weird because everybody he was hanging with was envious of him, but like these were his friends in his eyes. So whatever ended up happening, bro, he ended up going down to some little school in New Mexico, bro, and got a girl pregnant, smoking or whatever, and then it clicked for her. Again, a love situation, because they were smoking together, and she was just like, I don't want to do this no more because I have a son on the way. He kept doing his thing, and then they split up, X, Y, and Z. So like at home, in the name of love, they just kept enabling him, right? Letting him in and out of jail, getting drunk at work, getting in wrecks, buying him new cars, like,
oh wow.
Just not really being like, bro, no, you got to get on your stuff. Like, you can't do this here. But it's like known you can't come and do drugs in Tina's house. So when he was like, I'm done with this, like, mom and dad, they're not good for me. I need to like be at Tina so I can like get right. He came. He was building a relationship with his son. He had a good job, all the benefits. Was paying child support. Like things were like on the up and up. He got connected with Marcus's cousin Antoine, who, I mean, he worked at Nissan at the time, but like all he does is drink every single day. Like all he does is get drunk. But DeAndre he moved out the house within a week.
That's all right. And he moved in with
with Antoine. And then at that point he ended up getting all the way on the heroin. And now he's like better. Obviously you met him the other day. Like he's a little better, but like, bro, he's like going bald and shit. Like he looks nothing like how I remember seeing him. Even
okay,
just,
well, him going bald is like, I think that's gonna happen either way. But
well, I mean, he's young and he should be healthy.
Yeah,
but it's a different type of bald. Like, it's a drug side effect. Like teeth, fuck. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to get on him or nothing. It's still my uncle, but it's just like, you not living the quality of life that you should be living. Like, you living outside of motels right now.
Wow, I could not. I couldn't tell that. I mean, I guess I barely talk to him, but usually you could see when somebody's like on some shit like that.
Yeah, but okay. Well, his homeboy. When he was like, what's going on with him? They're like both like recovering and like trying to get off the ground, but it's like when like a person who steps out of a Ferrari and you look at them and like, damn, they got money. Like you can tell somebody's renting a Ferrari or they own a Ferrari. Have you seen the difference? All right, when J-Hope, when you look at Jeremy,
yeah,
you like that boy. He's breaded.
Yeah,
he don't have the nicest car, but it's still like you can tell like his eyes, his skin, everything. That's how my grandparents and my uncle looked all the time. I mean, my grandfather retired from the NFL, has a nonprofit ministry, and my grandmother's like a world famous singer. The mayor of the city be giving them keys to Louisiana for years. Like, bro, they're breaded. But he has spent all his retirement bailing his son out of jail, getting him in and out of rehab, and da-da-da-da. Like, it's like he has, like, drained their quality of life.
Wow.
Yeah, like, if you would remember our grandparents back in the day, bro, like, it's just a total different energy. Because, I mean, being up and to having a weight, that's your son pulling you down. And then you got to think, you got Tina and him, grew up in the same household. My mom damn near never touched a cigarette. And
it just clicked to me that was your mom's brother.
Yes, bro.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Damn. And then you got me and Tony. So it's like,
So what, like why does that happen? There is no like, I can't even think of like explanations. Like, why do some people who grew up the same exact way, like one veers off down the bad path, one is really successful and really like, she's had, everybody's got their struggles, but she's had a great life.
Perception, bro. The prodigal son. He took all his riches and earnings and went and partied with prostitutes and spent it all and was eating out of hog pens, and then was like, man, if I go work for my dad as one of his slaves, bro, I would eat better than this. And then went home and they loved on him, gave him his robe back, his rings back, and made him, second heir to the throne. So it's just like, when people want to like get off the beaten path and do their own thing, bro, like, you find what that entails. Like, I mean, bro, I don't really like fight my mom on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like rebellious and hard-headed in little things, but like for the most part, like if they say something, like I normally like lean towards it, because it's like, what other way I'm gonna lean towards? Like, I'm gonna be mad if the best life I live is the life you living. Okay, that'll not be that bad.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, the perception, bro. And the perception on like how they see their environment, and then just having it inside them, bro. I mean, just like we talked about the other day, like, dude.
So is it like an innate thing? It's like that's who you are at the core, or is it like somewhere along the line could DeAndre have could he have missed that path and like did something else? It's like, I guess it's really tough to say, but just like, why does stuff like that happen?
Nah, bro, it's in you, bro.
Yeah, that's who you are.
Yeah, I mean, like, LeBron is great, but he ain't a dog. Even if he 100 points, 100 rebounds, 100 assists, 100 steals, you're still not a dog. You're just dominating. But just because you dominate don't make you a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, some people have that dog, some people don't. My sister don't got that dog.
So I think LeBron is definitely a dog, though.
Nah, hell no.
No?
Hell, bro.
Why?
It's not comparable, bro.
Why? Because he flops when he gets fouled?
No, it's not because he flops, bro. It's just he's great, and I will say that he's definitely the greatest. Statistically, he is the greatest basketball player to ever play the game of basketball, and he's a freak of nature. But he's not a dog. Great leader, great teammate, great individual, great businessman. Like, he's great. Like, he's just all around greatness. But I don't think he has that dog in him. Like, there is no like flipping the switch, and it's just like, no matter what happens, you can't stop him. Like, I don't think Bron has that, like, that train mode.
Oh, I disagree. Who are you saying that? You gonna say Kobe Bryant does?
Come on, bro.
Hey, Michael Jordan.
Yes, it's like, them are dogs. Patrick Beverly is a dog.
No, he is. Russell Wilson. No, Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook. Yeah, he's trash. Russell Westbrook trash, but he's a dog though.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just like, it's just different. Like, the skill level is not what makes you a dog or not a dog. It's like, it's in your heart.
So can you?
Chris Rizzo was not good by any means.
There's a guy we played sports with in high school.
But Chris Rizzo was a dog. You look to the side, Chris Rizzo, yeah, he gone.
Nah, Chris Rizzo, he did get after it, bro.
And then you got people like Clay Carter.
Yeah.
He's a dog and he performs. So, those people just more successful.
So can you define dog?
Unfoldable, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got a folder's like, you will fold. So like, my sister was like really smart with school. Like, it was easy, 4.0s all the time. So like, she failed a test, like, her world is gonna end. But she knows that she's smart, so she'll study harder and get through it. That's performance. Like, you rely on your ability to get it done. Me, on the other hand, I dogged my way through geometry. Like, bitch, I was failing all year, but I'm not gonna fucking fail geometry. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
Like, I'm doing whatever it is I can to make sure that X doesn't happen. So it's just like, I think LeBron's skill set, I mean, he obviously works hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to take away from, like, his body of work and what he does, because it's the greatest display of excellence that we've seen. But just because it's great doesn't mean that you're a dog.
Yeah, but he has like some very great physical gifts. But like, I've seen, you know, we see people with great physical gifts all the time that don't do stuff like he's done.
Right. All the time. I mean, Drez Carlton, bro. Drez could have been and should have been great. He probably, I would say he's the greatest athlete to ever walk through Centennial High School.
Drez is a very gifted athlete that we also went to high school with,
but he, no direction. Like, mine in one plays harder than another, like, literally. And you could just never get them two to line up and focus on what it is you was doing. But I mean, bro, all them cats, bro. Drez, Mondu, bro. You remember that time when we all raced in 100? Who else was out there? You know who I'm talking about. It was all of us. We all raced. None of them had that dog in them. I'm not gonna say they weren't fast, but they didn't beat me. My hamstring. This. That. Nigga, I had a torn hamstring my whole senior year. But I wasn't finna let y'all come to where I'm dominating from freshman year till now, and y'all come out on top. It won't happen, bro. But I'll dive across the finish line before I let any one of y'all beat me, because y'all not built like how I'm built. And that right there, that's the difference, bro. Like, you just ain't got it in you. R.I.P. to that man, though, bro. That shit really hurts my heart still to this day. Yeah.
But I think you can. I think you can attain that, bro.
You think you can get that, dog?
I think you can. Yeah. It starts with trying to adopt that mentality, but it's like, I think mental toughness is like a gained skill. I don't think it's like, part of it is who you are. You don't think so?
It's a switch, bro. It's a switch. It's like, you either are wired and somebody flips that switch and it comes on, or you just not wired that way. Like, looking at all those cats, right? What is it that could have motivated them to flip the switch? Rayshawn. Good athlete, good size, a lot of natural given ability, was in a better off situation than, most of them. But, like, what could have motivated him to just walk even just a step faster? Like, man, let me get to class for real, because this shit could be, you know what I'm saying? This shit could change my life. You weren't wired that way. Like, you just don't. It's not in you. Kevon, bro. Kevon was a dog. Kevon Prince was a dog, bro. That nigga gave 110% every day in, day out, no matter what. Literally playing basketball, threw up on the court, and kept playing D. Wired different.
I don't want to talk bad about anybody or Kevon, but which he might be living a great life, but at least from what we've seen,
yeah,
he's not the same Kevon.
Discipline, bro.
So is it discipline or is it being a dog? Because discipline comes.
He didn't have the discipline. He was a dog. That's what I'm saying. It's a natural thing. You either flip that way or you're not. Like, you're wired that way, and somebody can flip it on, but you can also flip it off. Because you're wired. Like electricity. It's on and off. That's what I'm saying. You can see the switch. So, like, LeBron is great. So even if he has 0 points in the first quarter, he can still have 40 points in the game. Like, but it wasn't a switch. You didn't see a switch. He just started hitting shots. But with Kobe, you saw the switch. Like, it went from I'm hooping, to like, bitch, you won't score. And then they don't score. And then that's carried on to the next game, and the next game, and the next game. And it's like, when you see people like that in life, I mean, bro, just like interacting with people in the bar and stuff, like, you might be big, but you ain't really coming like that, bro. You don't want these problems. Bow down, whatever. Like dude last night. Did you see that? When the girls came up and like reached over to get the drink or whatever, and then the black dude came up and like pulled on his girl.
Oh, I did see that. Last night we went bowling and we were hanging out. But yeah, no, explain that situation. What happened?
So the girls had ordered a drink and then moved from there from bowling, and then the drink came. And so she came over and was like, hey kid, like, I don't want to reach over you, but can you give me that drink? So I handed the drink over. And then Sammy was just like, yo, what are you doing? That's my drink. And she was like, no, we just ordered this. He was like, I literally just ordered it and now it's here. But he was playing. He was like, oh, I'm just playing, da. So when he saw his girl like doing the banter with him, he like came over and like pulled on her like a pant, like jean hoop or the belt loop. But it's like, bruh, it's the way. Like, first of all, if you gonna get threatened by, you see what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, it's not. Yeah, it was just small dick energy. But he was a 6'3", 6'4", solid black man. But it wasn't like, it's just different, bro. Like, when Marcus walks into the room, respect is demanded. It's just different. Like, no one, I don't think anyone would ever pick to hang out with Kobe Bryant or Patrick Beverly unless they're like on that level. But I don't think it would be fun. I think I would learn a lot. It'd be cool, whatever. But like, hanging with LeBron would be fun. Like, you know LeBron is funny. I don't know if Kobe has teeth. Like, I've never seen him smile. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just different. And like, is Michael Jordan cool to hang out with? Not really.
No, Michael Jordan hangs out now.
He does hang out. He does. He be kicking it, smoking, gambling, whatever. But like, is he an asshole about it because he's like so competitive, or is it like actually fun and enjoyable? Mm-hmm. It's a switch. But like, sometimes you never see it off, so you don't know. Like when Corey talks about Ray Lewis like cracking jokes in the huddle and stuff. Like, we know that Ray Lewis is a dog, right?
Yeah.
But
bro, what kind of life is that? You walk around like
mean all the time?
Shit all the time, bro. This ain't no life to live.
It's not Kanye, but some people live like that.
I miss the old Kanye.
No, I don't know. I think Kobe enjoys some of his life, but
I think they do. I think he enjoyed the hell of his life. Like David Goggins, he says he's like the happiest man in the world.
David Goggins?
Yeah. You know who that is, right?
Yeah. He's
talk about DAWG.
Yeah, that he's crazy.
Yeah. He runs like 100 miles a day. I love his videos, bro. I can't even lie to you.
Do you?
Every day you wake up, you look at them shoes.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Keith talk about him a lot, actually.
Yeah, but he's crazy, bro. But I think anybody who completes like Navy SEALs and stuff like that is like they're kind of.
You
different.
gotta be. There ain't no doubt about it. You a dog. You do that.
Yeah. And that's different. That's different level, bro.
Tom Brady got in trouble. You remember when he said that like playing football was like going to war? Yeah. That's crazy. Dang, Tom. But he was a dog too, though.
Tom Brady?
He's like one of the ultimate dogs. Mount Rushmore of dog.
You feel me? Literally. Yes, for sure. Hands down, no questions asked. Hey, you think Magic Johnson up there since he beat AIDS?
Beat who?
AIDS.
Oh.
Bro, I remember one time. I remember he came to Lipscomb, bro, to like speak or
Magic Johnson did?
Yeah. And like,
oh man,
the like Black Student Union or whatever, like the woman at the time, she was like, "Oh my God, I could go see Magic Johnson." Magic Johnson, bitch, that nigga he didn't come see me. He came to my school. I ain't worried about no Magic Johnson. What do you be worried about him for? But
man, Tracy could act like that, bro. If you saw Magic Johnson, you would like want to go say what's up to him.
I'm different, bro. I did it. Literally, bro. We were at the cafe. We were in the caf. She was like, oh, I'm so excited after lunch. I'm finna go see Magic Johnson. I gonna go see Magic Johnson. I said, go see Magic Johnson? No, I need to come see me. What I need to go see him for? Bro, I meant that with all seriousness, bro. Like, no disrespect.
No, I know you did. I know for a fact you did.
I was like, I don't need to go see him, bro. Like, like, nigga, you made magical dimes and got fucking AIDS. Like, you might be gay. Not like, oh, shit.
Bro, I don't think he was gay.
I mean, this is. Did
you see the Lakers documentary? I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch it, honestly, but
yeah,
I know they like Magic Johnson's all over it, right?
Yeah. I love the Lakers, bro. I love the whole Lakers organization. But this is what I do know about sex. Clean can't make dirty. Right? So somebody's fucking around on somebody, and that other person they fucking around with is fucking around with somebody else, and somebody around there is dirty. And it's not as, I mean, it's very open and prevalent today that a woman will sleep with a man, and a man who's now a woman will sleep with a woman who's now a man, and like, it'll just mix. But a lot of people go on a down low and then be in their relationships, and then something pop up. But it's just like,
yeah, they say there's a lot of professional athletes who are gay.
Bro, niggas getting pissed on and everything, bro. It gets real dirty, bro. I don't know. That whole conversation can stop. But anyway,
we just talked a little bit off air, so that's probably gonna sound so weird.
I didn't want to talk to Magic Johnson because I didn't feel like he had that dog in him. So, yeah, he needed to come see the real nigga on campus, which is me.
He had that. He had that dog in his blood, though.
He had a dog in him. That's what happened. No, man. Love Magic Johnson. I was just so focused, bro, on track at the time. Like, I feel like anything outside of something directly related to track was just a distraction. So I just didn't entertain it. And we had to like pay. We had to pay like $300 to like go see him or something. And I was like,
$300? No, hell no, not for Magic Johnson.
No, I swear to God, bro. Everybody had to pay. Like, they had to pay maybe $30. I don't know.
What? Just go up and say, "Hey, Magic."
No, to like go to his thing. Like, he came and did the whole thing there. He spoke to the basketball team. He had books and like all this and that. You know. But I just so, bro, I get in these modes, bro, where I'm like, when I'm like locked into something, I don't want to do anything outside of my routine, because I feel like I should be doing X, Y, and Z. So, like, it could have been anybody that I like love and would love to meet, and I would have been like, because it's like, it's almost too much of a test. Like, why am I seeing you here? Like, you came all the way to Lipscomb. Who even knows about Lipscomb? Like, sometimes I feel like I get these little fame tests from God. That's like, are you gonna change because of, you know what I mean? And I'll just be like, nah, bitch, I'm focused. Like, I'm not worried about Magic Johnson.
Yeah. Why do people love celebrities so much? I have been like, honestly, I feel like I would be, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, I would be a fan if I saw someone I liked that was famous. Like, I would go be a fan. But like, what is that?
So one thing is they like them because like how they're portrayed. Right, like, so with like movie stars and stuff, like, you fell in love with that character because you related to that character, or like whatever. Like Leonardo DiCaprio in what's that movie? His movie, bro. Like, that movie.
You talking about Gatsby?
Gatsby. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Right? But then also him in Wolf of Wall Street. But like the center point to both of those, he is that man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's what resonates in me. Like when I see myself, I see Gatsby. Like that, and that's all I've ever seen since I was a little kid. So once I saw it on a movie form, and like what I told you the other day about the dude saying like a woman's gonna be your downfall, X, Y, Z, like he ended up dying over that woman. And so it's just like that movie like really hits home for me. Like finding the love of his dreams and she being with somebody else and like trying to run away and like doing all this stuff to like win her over, and then you die behind her. Oh God, that's so crazy, bro. That hurts my heart. But then you got Wolf of Wall Street, and it's just like he went from, you know what I'm saying, little selling insurance over the phone, X, Y, and Z, little penny stocks, and then boom, now he the man. Like, so I don't know. But then it all goes bad behind drugs and everything else, and he ends up losing everything, and you know.
Yeah. You think? I think God will test you, bro. It's like when He gives you some success, like what you do with that success.
Mm-hmm.
If you do something He don't like, I feel like He's gonna take it away from you.
No, facts. Oh, okay. So that's why people fall in love with actors and stuff. The story, like the perseverance, and then like the overall like great gene that they have to have. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you got to be wired a different way to be like a celebrity, or unless you're like I'm not trying to knock Kim Kardashian, but you got famous for sucking dick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like different now.
You have to be a certain type of person to be a celebrity.
You feel me, bro?
Like almost like not a normal person in the world.
That's why you're a celebrity.
Oh, hey, well, shit, that makes sense.
And it's funny because you can see when normal people get their break. Like, yo.
Hello.
What's up, man? Why do you have an attitude?
I don't.
Oh, good. Come here then.
Is your phone still dead?
Yeah. We're doing a podcast. Hello.
Hi. It's
Hello.
cute in here. How much longer do you have?
Huh?
How much longer?
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. I'm good here.
I was sleeping in the kitchen because it was cold. But then we had to eat, so I had to move the bed. Like Michael B. Jordan the other day. Did you see that with him?
No.
So he's on the red carpet, and the girl that's interviewing him was a girl he went to high school with, and her and like some of her friends used to always laugh and like call him corny. And so she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited! Like we're here with Michael B. Jordan, da 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 da. This and that." She was like, "I actually went to school with him." Boom boom. Like try to ride that wave, and he was like, "Yeah, I was that little corny kid, remember?" You could like see it. She was like, "Oh, I never said." "Yes, you did. You called me corny." He's like, "But it's good. It's cool now." He acted like Dolph.
That's fine. I mean, good for him though.
And so she tried to be like, "Oh, okay." And so like people like spoke out on it, but it's just like that. I think that was one of those like God moments of like testing. Like, bro, I didn't bless you in front of millions and millions and millions of people. Like you got to sit in front of technically an enemy, and you try to humiliate her. You already humiliated her, bro. Like I bet she feels dumb as hell talking about how you were corny, bro. And now you're one of the biggest actors in America.
Yeah, you didn't have to do all that.
You didn't have to do that, bro. Like I feel you for sure, but like you didn't have to do that. Which is, bro. So this is what I was thinking about the other night, bro. So I was telling Alicia like, I don't like going out in Tennessee because of like running into people, and it's not that I don't like people like seeing me or like saying what's up. I don't like looking to, because I mean, you know me, bro, I talk cash. So like I don't like looking like I lied to these people that like in my mind, not that I necessarily came up with and like they're in my circle, but like I mean, just if we was in class together, I'm like, oh, I'm finna get this scholarship to UCLA. I'm finna go to the Olympics. Da 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 da. Like Miss Reinhardt is still waiting for me to get to the Olympics. You see what I'm saying? So it's like if I ever run into her and she's like, "Oh, Tracey, what are you doing?" Like they're expecting greatness from me because that's all I've ever preached and all the discipline that they've seen. So they're like, I'm a janitor right now. Like my shit keeps getting cut off. Like it's just like,
yeah, but you gotta understand the context, bro. It's not always about like where you are, bro. You could have millions of dollars, like you could be Wolf of Wall Street, but it's like,
but
are you sad and miserable? Then what really matters?
Yes, that's to an extent, bro. But you know me, bro. You know I'm different. Like I'm not like I've been cashing like NBA All-Star and NFL Super Bowl champion and a Olympic gold medalist since I was like 12. So when people see me, they're like, "What are you doing?" Oh yeah, I'm a janitor, and I'm 150 pounds because I can't work out right now.
Actually, our heat just got shut off. I had to heat the.
You feel me?
But like, I don't think people feel some type of way like that. Like I know it feels like that to you because it's you. But it's
I feel like I let them down, bro. I feel like I let them down. So I don't want to come outside until I'm up, and not to like show up, but to just like if they ask, I'm like, man, life is good, man. I'm doing exactly what I told you I would do.
No, I don't think that's the way to look at it, bro. Honestly.
No.
Like I think people want to like. People would appreciate it more if they saw you like that, but you're still on the right path to like what you want.
But then I feel like they get that like, it's alright, like it's a pipe dream. You know what I mean? Especially when people in our like class have like are doing these things already. Like, I mean, Dylan Phillips is easily sitting on millions of dollars right now with his like lawn mowing business and like everything else. And then you got Tyrell in the league. Like people are being doctors, like getting married. Like that amount of time to achieve what we said we wanted to achieve out of high school it's already been here. But it just didn't work out for you in that time frame, which is fine. But I don't want to be seen and confronted about it right now.
Well, yeah, but the people that are gonna like really say something about that, like, they don't want you to win anyway.
No, they don't. No,
that's why you don't want to be seen.
You feel me? Because then they're gonna like I'm already battling these things on a regular basis, so to like see you, oh, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I'm just cleaning buildings right now, and X, Y, and Z, and I'm just all right. I'm getting through it. Adulting. I'm gonna be like, oh, always like no matter what they say in my mind, I'm gonna hear it. I expected so much more of you, even though I'm on the way. Like I'm on the way. Like,
that's okay. I think as long you can only compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Like you can't. I don't think you should worry about anything else. Which I'm not saying you are.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman didn't become a famous actor until he was 49 years old.
Right. But
look at him.
He was saying he was an actor since he was 10. So you like think about how many people that he went to school with, that he graduated college with, who were like, bro, you're living a pipe dream, bro. Like just stop.
Yeah.
And all those voices don't matter. Like you've been trained to block those out. But like when you lay down at night and it's quiet, or when you wake up early in the morning, it's just like the voices are just really strong, and it's just like it's another voice you gotta fight.
Yeah. But do you think that's like more in your head than it is reality?
Oh, of course, bro. But it's like we talked about last night. Like all of this, everything that a person wants is an internal desire. Like if I expect greatness out of myself, then I should see greatness in my life. If I don't, it's gonna piss me off. But my parents are proud. My girl is proud. My friends are proud. But I'm not. Like I want to be proud of myself.
Yeah.
And not in like a braggy, boastful way, but just like I want to look back and see the trophy case. Like, man, you did it, man. You did exactly what you said you was gonna do. Like that's what I want to be known for. But like if Trey said he's gonna do something, he's doing it. Like his word is good as gold. Like you said, you never doubted that Tyrell was gonna make it to the NFL. But if he did, what really matters? You see what I'm saying? Like, his journey is based on him and his thoughts at the time. It doesn't really matter what you think. But if he's just like, bro, I'm going to the NFL, and you're like, yeah, bro, trust me, I believe you. When you were in those moments, it's like, oh, it's just tired. It's like, Chandler believes in me. Let me, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me get it. Versus, I'm seeing these people and they wake up in the morning and be like, I only believe in myself. If I'm the only person that believes in me, it starts to get like selfish. And I feel like that's where like you get into the moments like Michael B. Jordan. Like, no, I was corny. Because no one believed in you. So even if people don't, I don't.
No, it does feel different if someone else is like, just like we said earlier, like when your uncle was living with your mama and living with y'all. It feels different when someone else is pushing you, especially someone that you love. It's like it's
way
a different. It's a different motivation than you motivating yourself. Because like, I feel like it's a lot easier to let yourself down than it is to let people who are really like in your corner down. It feels way worse. Yeah. To do that.
Yes, bro. Way worse. Because you gotta live with you, you know.
Wait, no, I'm saying it's worse to let those people down. That's what it feels like to me.
Oh, it's worse to let them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's also harder to let them down, though.
Yeah. No, I think it's way worse to let people that are really, like, fighting for you down.
Yeah. No, that is. That really is. Because then you have, like, that self-realization within yourself, like, damn, I'm really, like, horrible.
Yeah, because that's going to push you. It's like, especially me, like, in times of, like, adversity, it's like, if you was there next to me, there is no like fold. But if it's just me by myself, it's like, damn, bro, I could really just bullshit, nobody would know. But I can't do that if you're there, and I can't do that if like you know, it's like people know what I'm doing and they want me to succeed. You know,
facts, bro. That's facts. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's the switch. Like, you know how people would just fold, not even think about that.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of professional athletes like that. Like, you're not really him for real, bro. Like, you got the scholarship, people wanted you, you got showed love, and you are where you are now. But when that real man comes across your face, it's a little different. Like, bro, when I went to work out with Funches, so this is a funny thing about training, bro. Like, you know, bro, like, I'm always like training, always in shape, right? So I ran into him because we had the same chiropractor. Chiropractor connected us. He was like, man, this guy, you know, great guy, great athlete, boom, boom. Would you connect with the pro? Boom, boom. He don't take you under his wing. So he invited me to his training session or whatever, and they were kind of like being iffy with the time. And I'm like, bro, why do pros always do this, bro? They always say they want to work with me, bro, and then when I'm trying to work with them, they don't ever want to work. So, nigga, I pull up to the field an hour early. Me and Corey getting in, doing a whole bunch of, like, DB stuff at the time. And then they pull up. All right, so I already worked out for an hour. Then they get there. I go through their warm-up. I go through everything with them. Bruh, I was so dead. I pissed on myself. Like, after the workout. Like, as soon as the workout was done and, like, everybody left, I couldn't walk, bro. I'm like on my knees, bro, crawling, and like my body just shuts down, bro. I'm just but it's just like, you look at the film, like, bro, I'm a Christian Wade, Smokey Robinson, I think is his name, or that might be his Instagram name. Some dude that plays with the Dolphins, and then Devin Funches. And that's what he was trying to get back into the league.
For context, Tracey is he's a football player, and he works out with professional athletes sometimes in Nashville with this guy named Jeremy Holt
and Riley Howard.
Yeah.
I mean,
you gotta start giving context, bro, because like I know what you're talking about, but They might not know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no,
if
they
someone's
don't.
watching this.
Yeah, I'm the world's greatest athlete that has been undiscovered. But that is about to change because I'm on my way. But yeah, at this point in time, I was living down in Florida. I went to a school down there, set up under Chris Chambers at the University of Fort Lauderdale, and was experiencing concussion issues. But I wanted to play throughout my season, so we had to. They sent me to a chiropractor to just kind of maintain the pain. And in there, I met former NFL receiver Devin Funches.
There you go.
Yeah, and then that whole story.
No, we could. I think it's about time to wrap it up, but I do want to talk about that next time more. We had talked about it before, but it'd be good to like give a little backstory, especially if we're gonna be doing this for a while. To like
update where we are now.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, bro. How are we closing out? What were we even talking about? I don't even know how we got on this.
I don't know either.
We were talking about love, the click, what makes somebody a dog, perspective of relationships and houses, like growing up in the same house.
I think your environment is like. Yeah. It is important.
That was the initial question.
It's very important. Very important.
Man, hell no. Josh Jacobs, running back for the Vegas Raiders, was sleeping in cars and was homeless.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
So it's very important. But I think it's like 30% of what really makes you successful.
Yeah.
Like 70%, it's up to you.
Yeah.
And you're either gonna find a way or you're not.
Yeah. And you know what's so funny that you're saying that, bro? That's my closing statement. For those guys who are out there who can like never catch a break, I think they're quitting at some point in time. Like mentally, they take themselves out of it or something, and like they might pick themselves back up. But you're never catching a break because you're faulty somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Josh Jacobs would be where he was at if he didn't have his headstrong determination to get there. Or same with Inky Johnson. Like there was no doubt. Even though I'm sleeping on the floor with roaches and 12 cousins, there was still no doubt in my mind, which is why he got to where he got. But I think those guys who always like, it's always something, always something, always something, always something. It's like, that's because you were doubting.
Yeah.
Like, a man is as he thinks. So if he thinks 100%, well, at some point, it's going to click. But if you thinking and then drops, and then up, and then it's going to be like, oh, it's good. And then you're like, damn, what's going on? Well, that's actually how you thought it out.
Yep. Somewhere along the line, you let your circumstance.
You feel me? Make it fold.
That's a good way to do it, man. We can close it out. I don't know if we're going to call it, but do you have a good name? Do you want to call it Ball regardless? Do you want to call it something else?
Yeah, we keep it at that, bro. Keep it going. Stay consistent, my boy.
Yeah.
Hey, keep God in your life, up, nigga.
All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. The more episodes to come. Peace.